All right, guys, welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about the importance of a proper introduction. The introduction really sets the tone for the entire call. And you know what they say about first impressions? They're everything. I'll give you a perfect example of something that happened in my own life. I once met a man at church, and the day I met him, he was just going through it. It was very negative, very cynical, and I avoided this man literally like the plague for the next several months. Well, an interesting kind of scenario unfolded. I met him again several months later at a men's retreat, and I found out he was compassionate, he was loving. The way he thought about life was so unique. And this man that I had written off turned out to be quite an amazing person. Well, why is that? Because the first time I met him, that very first impression left such a bad taste in my mouth, I never wanted to taste it again. So that's why first impressions are so powerful. In this business, you get to make hundreds of first impressions every single day. It all starts right from the beginning with the word hello. You want to set the tone for the phone call as soon as it comes in. So what'll happen as you start taking phone calls, you will see a flash on your computer screen. It'll pop up with your script. You'll hear a little beep beep in your headset. And as soon as we hear that beep, we want to simply say the word hello. Now, your hello is very important. It should be upbeat. It should be energetic. It should not be long and drawn out like a question. Hello? That won't cut it. We want to engage the customer and bring them into the call. So a powerful, upbeat hello really sets the stage for engaging and getting that response. All right, the timing of your hello is also very important. So our dialing software literally dials hundreds of phone numbers per second, and it is screening out disconnected numbers, recycling answering machines. It's basically hunting aggressively for a live call, someone that is a real person. As soon as it says, oh, this is a real person, it's going to immediately transfer that call to one of you, whoever's been waiting the longest for a phone call. So in that process, what happens is there's a very slight delay of about a second. And you miss, when that call comes in, the person on the other end of the phone. So you know you have a live call, but you're kind of flying a little bit blind here. You don't know man, woman, child. You just know you have a live call. So immediately, without delay, without any hesitation, simply saying the word hello can eliminate that dead air, that awkward pause, and help the flow of the call sound much more natural. That's the whole goal of this. We want to sound professional, yet not formal and uptight. We want to sound upbeat, energetic, and crisp, never boring, never depressed. All right, next we want to introduce ourselves, okay? A proper introduction always includes your first and last name, okay? Again, it should be upbeat and energetic, right? Never boring and dull. So a proper introduction should sound something like this. Hello? Oh, yes, sir. Hi, I'm Kevin Bluen. How are you today? Now, if you notice, we just introduced ourselves and asked the customer how they're doing. We didn't tell them the reason for the call or who we're calling on behalf of. We just introduce ourselves and ask them how they're doing. Why is that? We want to engage the customer before launching into our spiel, okay? Too many times, salespeople just try to get their product and sell, and they miss the connection phase of building a little bit of rapport with their client. So a simple question of, how are you? It can break that awkwardness of speaking to somebody you don't know, and it really helps to engage and get a conversation starter. Now, this is important. Never ask a question that you don't know how to answer a response to. I can think of countless different answers to the how are you question. Good, bad, positive, negative. So a good salesperson understands they cannot control the response. The only thing they can control is their response to the response. okay? So to give you an example of a negative response, how are you? Oh, I'm having a horrible day. So, well, sir, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I'll be real quick. Hopefully after talking to me, this call gets a little better. Be a good listener. Respond accordingly. Now it's time to tell them who we're calling with. So when you introduce the charity and who you're calling on behalf of, it is so important that you have confidence, pride, that it sounds important. Remember, if it's not important to you, how is it going to ever be important to them? So to give you a great example, one of the charities we work with is the American Breast Cancer Support Association. You should slow down here when something's important and you need somebody to really hear you. You need to slow down and make it pop. There should be no question in their mind who you're calling with and that you care about this organization. All right, so to recap, there's 4 key elements in your introduction. Number 1, say hello right away. As soon as you hear that beep in your ear, engage the customer, eliminate any awkward pausing. Number 2, introduce just yourself, not the charity, and ask them how they're doing. Be a person talking to another person. Number 3, be a good listener. Respond accordingly to whatever it is their answer to how are you was. The best salespeople in the world are the best listeners in the world. Number 4, introduce the charity with confidence. Be proud of who you're with. All right, so day 1 on the job, we will almost exclusively be working with you on different introduction techniques, different styles, giving you some tools in your tool belt. Just remember, have fun, keep it simple, don't overthink it.